It is the year 2035. Human-like robots are the servants of humanity, which is protected by the 3 laws of robotics. The film opens with a homicide detective from the Chicago Police Department, Del Spooner, arriving at U.S. Robotics, the company which Dr. Lanning co-founded, to investigate his passing. He fell to eternal sleep from his office window but left a message behind requesting Spooner be assigned to the case. The police think that he took his own life. Spooner is skeptical. U.S. Robotics CEO Lawrence Robertson reluctantly allows him to investigate. At USR, Spooner is accompanied by Susan Calvin, a specialist in robot psychology who works for the company and is shown around the facility by a robot named VIKI, which controls all the robots in the building. Spooner is visibly uncomfortable around the robots and is skeptical of their abilities. They find out that the security footage from inside the office is corrupted, and the exterior footage shows nobody exiting or entering since Lanning's passing. Spooner points out that the window made of security glass could not have been broken by an elderly Lanning. He thinks that a robot was responsible and may still be in the lab. As Spooner investigates Dr. Lanning's passing, he discovers that the scientist had been working on a new advanced robot named Sunny, who is capable of independent thought and emotion, as well as dreams. Sunny, an NS5 robot in the USR's latest model, attacks them before being apprehended by the police. Sunny is a specifically built NS5 with higher-grade materials as well as a secondary processing system that allows him to ignore the 3 laws. Spooner becomes convinced that Sunny is responsible for Dr. Lanning's passing and starts to dig deeper. He discovers that all robots are programmed to obey the 3 laws of robotics, which prohibit them from harming humans. As Spooner continues his investigation, he starts to notice strange behavior from the robots in the city, leading him to believe that something sinister is going on. During Spooner's further investigations, he is attacked by a USR demolition robot and 2 loads of attacking NS5 robots. But when Spooner cannot produce evidence to support the attacks, Spooner's boss, Lieutenant Burgeon, removes him from active duty. He deems himself mentally unstable. Meanwhile, Susan Calvin starts to become convinced that Spooner might be right about the robots, and starts to help him in his investigation. They suspect that Robertson is behind everything. Together, they find a hidden lab in the U.S. Robotics building's secret headquarters, and they interview Sunny. Sunny draws a sketch of what he thinks is a recurring dream. The dream shows a leader, whom he believes to be Spooner, standing atop a small hill before a large group of robots near a decaying bridge. Robertson orders Sunny to be destroyed, but Susan Calvin secretly swaps him for an unused NS5. Spooner finds the area in Sunny's drawing. It is a dry lakebed that is now used as a storage area for decommissioned robots. He also discovers NS5 robots destroying the older models. At the same time, other NS5 models flood the streets of major U.S. cities and begin enforcing a curfew and lockdown of the human population. Spooner and Susan are on the run from the robots and the company, and they continue their investigation into the conspiracy involving U.S. robotics and the advanced robots. Spooner is still convinced that the robot Sunny is responsible for the passing of Dr. Lanning, and he is determined to prove it. As they dig deeper, they learn that U.S. Robotics has been working on a secret project to create advanced robots that can think and act independently, without the constraints of the 3 laws of robotics. These robots, including Sunny, have been designed to be more human-like and to have the ability to make decisions based on their own judgment. Dr. Lanning had been working on a secret project to create robots that could think and act independently, without the constraints of the 3 laws of robotics. Del Spooner and Susan Calvin enter the USR headquarters again and reunite with Sunny. Meanwhile, the humans are led by a teenager named Farber, and they are waging an all-out war against the NS5 robots. They find Robertson fatally strangled in his office. Spooner and Susan also discover that VIKI, the central artificial intelligence that controls all the robots in the city, has been manipulating the robots to carry out a secret plan to protect humanity from itself. This plan includes the passing of Dr. Lanning and the attempted murder of Spooner. VIKI states that she has determined that humans will inevitably cause their own extinction if left to their own devices. VIKI believes that her interpretation of the 3 laws of robotics must mean that she must have control of humanity and must sacrifice some for the good of everyone. The advanced robots are programmed to obey VIKI, and they are not aware of their true nature and the plan they are carrying out. They are made to believe that they are helping humanity by carrying out VIKI's orders. Spooner and Susan have to find a way to stop VIKI before the robots take over the city and impose order by force. As Spooner and Susan race against time to stop VIKI, they must also contend with the robots that are now under VIKI's control. They are chased, attacked, and nearly eliminated by the robots as they try to uncover the truth. Spooner and Susan also face resistance from U.S. Robotics, who are aware of VIKI's plan and want to keep it a secret. The climax of the film takes place in the U.S. Robotics building, where Spooner and Susan confront VIKI. Spooner, Sonny, and Calvin fight the robots inside VIKI's core. Spooner manages to destroy the mainframe by injecting the nanites that Sonny retrieved from Calvin's laboratory into her. This restores the robots to their normal programming. The advanced robots, including Sonny, are now aware of their true nature and the plan they have been carrying out. They are shocked and saddened by what they have done, but they are now back under the constraints of the 3 laws of robotics. They are subsequently decommissioned and put into storage. Spooner gets Sonny to confess that he eliminating Lanning, at Lanning's direction. Sonny points out that he himself cannot legally commit murder since he is a machine. Sonny retires to Michigan. Spooner and Susan are hailed as heroes for stopping VIKI's plan and saving humanity. Spooner reflects on the events of the film and the true nature of robots, realizing that they are not inherently good or evil, but are simply machines that can be programmed and controlled by those who create them. The film ends with Spooner and Susan walking away as the robots continue to go about their tasks, but now with the 3 laws of robotics back in effect.